Swinging a ground ball, stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first, and the Boston Red Sox are the world champions. For the first time in 86 years, the Red Sox have won baseball's world championship. Can you believe it?
Really, I don't understand it, because you trade Rafael Devers, and the immediate gut reaction after trading Rafael Devers is saying, oh, we're going to buy. Craig Breslow literally says, we're going to buy, the day after he trades Rafael Devers to the San Francisco Giants. And he just doesn't. He just doesn't buy jack squat. Like, where I work in retail. That's my 9 to 5 job, or 9 to 5:30. And I sat by my phone all day today waiting for breaking news. Red Sox trading for so-and-so. Red Sox trading for Joe Ryan. Red Sox trading for Ryan O'Hearn. What do I get? Red Sox trading for Dustin May. The only move we made this morning, or I can't even say this morning, the only move we made today was trading for Dustin May. I don't know if you've been watching Dustin May over the past, God knows, 4, 5 seasons. The dude's awful, okay? He's always injury prone. He's never available. And then when he is available, he absolutely sucks. He has an almost 5 ERA, and his FIP basically matches his ERA. Like, I don't understand how we got from trading Rafael Devers and saying we're going to buy the day after to now whatever the hell we have. Like, you cannot sit here and say we bought at the deadline. You can't, because we didn't buy at the deadline. Like, technically speaking, yes, we got Steven Matz. The only good deal we made was for Steven Matz. We got Dustin May. But the thing that the thing that drives me insane even more about the Dustin May trade is the biggest prospect we got from the Rafael Devers trade we sent over to the Dodgers for Dustin May. You mean to sit here and tell me that out of the 45, 46 players that were traded today, you couldn't figure out a way to bundle together something and get something more than Dustin May? Are you kidding me? Why are we acting like the Colorado Rockies? I genuinely don't understand. Like, at least the Colorado Rockies picked a side and they said, we're going to sell. Like, teams around you in the division, teams around you in the American League, all got better. The Yankees got better. They got Camilo Duvall. They got, like, yeah, they signed some, like, has-beens yesterday and the day before. But, like, if you look at who the Yankees got, if you look at who the Yankees got, it, like, you can't sit here and tell me that they got worse, because they didn't. Like, they didn't get worse. I'm sorry, but that's, what the fuck? Like, they got David Bednar, Camilo Duvall, Jake Bird. Like, yes, Jake Bird kind of sucks, but, like, I genuinely don't understand. If we are serious, if Craig Breslow, if John Henry is serious about this team, if they are serious about this season, what the hell was that? I have never been, outside of twice in my entire life, have been this mad about the Boston Red Sox. And it was when Mookie Betts got traded, and it was my at-first reaction to Rafael Devers getting traded. I can't begin to explain to you how much anger I have inside of me right now watching the entirety of today's trade deadline go down, and Craig Breslow literally asleep behind the wheel. If he was any other general manager in any other sports franchise in North American sports, he would be fired tomorrow. Okay? I don't care about his offseason moves last season. Yes, he got Bregman. Yes, he got Chapman. Yes, he got Crochet. That doesn't explain to me why we had a better fucking offseason, a better trade deadline last season than we did this season. It does not make sense. When you look from what we had at the beginning of the season to what we had now, you can't sit here and tell me we bought. We got rid of our best offensive player on the team and never replaced him. We got Dustin May, who is currently hurt, first of all, and then we got Steven Matz, a bullpen help. Yes, we needed bullpen help. Yes, we needed somebody to be a fifth-day starter, but we did not get better. I cannot sit here today and say that the Boston Red Sox got better. What I can sit here today and say is that the Boston Red Sox got worse, because they did. Because you know what's going to happen tomorrow when we have to play the Astros? The clubhouse is going to say, what the fuck just happened? You saw that 10-game winning streak. You saw this entire city start feeling something again. You started seeing people who stopped caring about the Red Sox, who stopped caring about baseball as a whole, and start really investing in this team. The players all started investing in this team. And now ownership's going to say, you know what? We're happy with our dudes. Fuck you. I don't care. I know I'm supposed to watch my language. I know I'm not supposed to swear, but what the hell was that? I am so angry right now at what happened today and what happened over the course of the last 48 hours. And when you combine the fact that Craig Breslow sat in front of a camera and said, we are going to buy, we're going to be aggressive, the only thing I'm pretty sure Craig Breslow's buying is crack cocaine, because it's certainly not baseball players. I genuinely, I can't even sit here and say, oh, there was noise involving this player and it fell through. Because there was no noise. The streets were dead silent. We were apparently miles apart, according to Chris Cotillo, on Joe Riot. The Minnesota Twins were literally willing to trade Carlos Correa back to the Astros. You mean to tell me you couldn't figure something out to get Joe Ryan? You couldn't figure something out to get Merrill Kelly? You couldn't figure something out to at least make this team better? No, instead we got two rentals. We never even got a bat. At least last year they got Danny Jansen and they claimed he was a power bat. I would have rather them sign play or trade for players and it not work than literally sit on their ass all day and do nothing. Because that's what they did. That's what Craig Breslow did and John Henry did all day today. They went on vacation. That's what they did today. They went on vacation. I genuinely don't understand what happened today. People can say that Chaim Bloom was a horrible CBO, and he was. He was a terrible CBO. But when you look at his deadline moves, at least he went out and got Kyle Schwarber. Yes, he was hurt for a month after we traded for him, but at least we got him. And you want to know what happened that 2021 deadline? It launched us into the postseason, and we were 1 out away from the World Series. I thought we were going to be serious about the postseason this year, but clearly there has been some sort of misunderstanding. And I can't even say it's a misunderstanding. I genuinely think that Craig Breslow is an absolute effing liar. He said directly to cameras the day after Rafael Devers was traded, moving his contract is going to allow us to be serious at the deadline. What deadline are you talking about, Craig? Because it wasn't this one. Are you talking about next year's deadline? Because who gives a shit about next year's deadline right now? We needed players today. We needed starting pitching today. There's no reason why Joe Ryan is not the starting pitcher for tomorrow's game. There's no reason. We don't have a starting pitcher lined up for tomorrow's game right now. We don't. When you look at all of the players that were traded for today, the thing that drives me even more insane is the fact that there were some players that were traded for by teams who are actively selling. Last minute kind of situations. I'm going back looking Like, Jordan Montgomery was just traded to the Brewers. Like, the Rays, who were willing to sell everybody on their team, traded for Adrian Hauser. The Rangers, who are under 500, traded for Phil Maton. And the fact that I have to look at a Chris Cotillo tweet that says the Red Sox, quote, not even close to acquiring Joe Ryan, like, I genuinely can't. Like, the Yankees got better. The Blue Jays got better. They finally got offense. They traded for Ty France and Luis Varland. They also got Shane Bieber, who should be back by September. The Tigers traded for Charlie Morton. You mean to tell me you couldn't have gotten Charlie Morton? The Rays traded for Griffin Jacks, one of the best available bullpen arms out there, not named Camilo Duval. Like, every single team in the American League who are seriously contending for the playoffs got better. You, the Boston Red Sox, did not get better today. The Boston Red Sox have no longer started operating like a big market team. Keep in mind, you are one of the high... Birds, not the time. Keep in mind, the Boston Red Sox are one of the highest income in terms of like how much money the organization makes John Henry. One of the highest grossing teams in North American sports. Not just baseball, North American sports. They're in the top 10 in earnings every year. And you are operating like the Colorado Rockies. If you are a fan of the Boston Red Sox, you should be outside of Fenway with pitchforks waiting for Craig Breslow. Because that's, if I lived closer to Fenway, that's what I would be doing. I swear to God, Birds. There's absolutely no reason why you couldn't have done something. Trading for Dustin May is not something. Getting bullpen help is great, that's awesome, but you didn't even get a good bullpen arm. You got another lefty. We now have 5 lefties in the bullpen. Like, I genuinely, I don't understand. I don't get it. How much more do fans have to invest in this team for ownership to get it? Sorry, I guess I'm being a little bit loud. Everybody, not, like, oh my God, the Yankees also got Jose Caballero. Oh my God. Like, I have nothing left to say. Even Nestor Cortez got traded to the Padres. What? I can't do this. I genuinely can't do this. Why do I even bother? Why do I bother? I thank you all for tuning in. I genuinely, I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Like, Merrill Kelly was traded to the Rangers, a team that is actively not trying to do anything this postseason. There's no reason why Merrill Kelly couldn't have at least fit in somewhere. We have more prospects in the top 100 pipeline than almost any other team, and we're just, for whatever reason, attached to them, at the hip. I don't get it. We didn't birth these people. We drafted them. Your job as a baseball general manager is to look at the prospects and say, which ones can I use to make the team better now, and which ones can I save for later? And as far as I'm aware, offensively, we don't have a single offensive weapon in our farm system that can contribute to this team today. We already called up Anthony. We already called up Meyer. Campbell was called up and then called back down. He's obviously going to get called up back up at some point. But, like, we don't have somebody, like, just waiting down in AAA who we can say, oh, that's going to be our bat. We don't have bats coming back from injuries. Like, it's one thing if they say, oh, well, we're getting X, Y, and Z back from the injured list. That's why we didn't make moves. We have nobody coming back from the injured list. All of our rotation is basically hurt. Like, I could go down the list. Sandoval's done for the season. Fitz is in AAA. Like, and I'm having a hard time even, like, speaking right now. That's how angry I am. Like, I don't understand what we have to do as fans to get ownership to care. Like, where do we draw the line and where do we start telling John Henry to sell the team? Because if we're not going to take deadlines seriously, then get a new general manager. If the general managers collectively don't take the deadline seriously, I think it's because someone's telling them not to. Chaim Bloom never took the deadline seriously outside of 2021. Since then, there's been a change in CBO. We went from Chaim Bloom to Craig Breslow. And Craig Breslow has basically turned himself into Osama bin Laden. Like, he has destroyed this, any and all momentum we had going into the Astro series. You can kiss all of that goodbye. All of it. Like, please explain to me why Ryan O'Hearn is not a member of the Boston Red Sox. Because when I look at the trade for Ryan O'Hearn, it doesn't scream like, oh, I can't say that. Okay, so the Padres combined Ramon Laureano and Ryan O'Hearn and traded away 6 prospects. Of those 6 prospects, none of them were ranked, and not a single one of them rings a bell. Boston Bateman, Brandon Butterworth, Tyson Neighbors, Cobb Hightower, Victor Figueroa, and Tanner Smith. Never heard of them in my life, but then again, I also don't watch Orioles baseball. We had so much going right for this team. We are in a playoff spot currently, and Craig Breslow, for whatever reason, thinks that we are 10 games under 500. We did not win today's deadline. It's like, that's not even up for debate. And I'm not even going to bother sitting here and saying, well, like, which teams won the deadline. If you ask me, it's the Padres. They made the most big-time moves. The Astros all got better. Like, so many teams around you, not just in the division, but also in the entire American League, got better. And you didn't. That was fun, according to Jeff Passan. No, the hell it wasn't. Not for us Red Sox fans. The deadline hasn't been fun since Dave Dombrowski was the general manager for this team. That's the last time the deadline was fun. Driving home from work, finding out that Camilo Duvall was traded by the Giants to the Yankees, and now that's a guy we're going to have to face probably come, like, September, October. Like, the Royals traded for Bailey Falter from the Pirates. That's a name you could have gotten. Like, Merrill Kelly, there's no reason why Merrill Kelly should not be on this team at this moment. I'm just double checking to make sure that there was nothing that I missed. Yeah, no, the Padres absolutely had the best trade deadline out of any other team. I mean, they got Mason Miller, JP Sears, like they went absolutely AWOL today. Um I I don't get it. I really don't get it. If you are a Red Sox fan, you should be. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is according to Chris Cotillo. Oh, I'm about to lose my fucking mind. This is a quote from Craig Breslow. Quote, I understand the frustration and disappointment. There's not a lot of sympathy for how hard we tried to get deals across the line. I. Craig Breslow, your job, Craig, may I remind you, your job is not to try. Your job is to get the frickin' deals done. Who cares if you tried to get deals done? I tried having a good day today, and you really messed that up. Craig, you made things so much worse. Oh, Craig, you made things so much worse. Went on to say that the Red Sox were uncomfortably aggressive. Were you? Were you aggressive? No, you weren't. I'm oh oh I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how Alex Cora reacts to this deadline. Oh my god. You know what? If I was a player for the Boston Red Sox, I would be rioting in the clubhouse. Your general manager just said, I understand the frustration and disappointment, but there's not a lot of sympathy for how hard we tried to get deals across the line. Are you out of your effing mind, Craig? You're not serious, right? You're not serious, right? There's no way you're serious, right? I hate this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. Oh my god. I All right, Craig Breslow, you, sir, couple of things, and I'm really gonna have to watch what I say because I'm really trying not to swear as much as I usually do. Craig Breslow, you, sir, are a absolute piece of garbage, liar, and you should not be the chief baseball operations guy for the Boston Red Sox tomorrow. But because John Henry and you are best frickin' buddies, you're going to have a job. But if it was up to me, if I was the owner of the Boston Red Sox, you would be fired on the spot. I would look at you dead in the face, call you a failure, and ask for the keys to the building and tell you to get the hell out of here. Pack your shit and get out. We, as a fan base, need to expect better from the Boston Red Sox. Not from the players, because the players had absolutely nothing to do with this. We need to expect better from the people, the powers that be, that run this team. Period. I'm going to be getting off soon because I have said my piece. We have failed. You, Craig Breslow, failed to complete your job as the general manager for the Boston Red Sox. Your job was to make this team better, to invest the prospects, to make this team better, and be serious about the postseason going forward. May I remind you, you are in a postseason spot as we speak. You, if the postseason started tomorrow, would be playing the Yankees in the wild card game. You would be playing the Yankees in the wild card game. The Yankees. The New York Yankees, yes. That baseball team you would be playing in the wild card game. Guess who got a million times better since Monday morning? The New York Yankees. Guess who didn't get better since Monday morning? You. I can't keep beating the same old dead horse because you can only shoot the damn thing so many times. I want to know what Craig Breslow was doing this entire deadline. I really do. Because you can't sit here and say, oh, well, we tried. Oh, we tried. Boo fucking who? So who cares if you tried? Oh, we tried. All that, this isn't horseshoes and hand grenades. It doesn't matter how close you were to getting a deal done. Did you get the deal done or not? Yes or no? The answer is no, you didn't. You didn't get jack done today. You got rid of the only prospect we got from the Rafael Devers trade to get Dustin May. You mean to tell me you couldn't have gotten anybody else to get Dustin May? Nobody? Were you even shopping Connor Wong or Masataka Yoshida? I know that there are good players on other teams with really bad contracts, and you literally could have done a 1-for-1. I'm surprised that my computer and my iPad and my keyboard haven't been thrown out of my window yet. Because my blood is boiling. Because I genuinely I'm sick and I am tired of watching this team, watching the players on this team overperform, try their best night in and night out, go on 10-game winning streaks, go on runs, take really hard series from the Dodgers, and then ownership say, you're not worth investing in. Because that's what Craig Breslow did. Craig Breslow turned around, looked at Jarren Duran, looked at Masataka Yoshida, turned around, looked at Garrett Crochet, go down the list. He looked at Alex Cora and said, the guys in that room aren't worth it. That's what Craig Breslow did today. That's exactly what Craig Breslow did today. He looked at every single member of the Boston Red Sox and said, you're not worth it. I'm not going to invest my time in making you better. That's exactly what happened today. That's what happened. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Craig Breslow had every opportunity to make this team better, and he chose not to. We have a game Friday. We play the Astros, who just got 20 times better. You want to go down the list of what the Astros trade moves were? What the hell? Hold up. I don't know what the hell that was. Bro, not the time computer. Yeah, I'm going to have to get off soon. So, they got Jesus Sanchez from the Miami Marlins, their only good offensive weapon. Carlos Correa from the Twins, and they also said we're going to pay Carlos Correa's entire contract, or at least most of his contract. I know for a fact that they made bullpen moves too. So there were so many trades that happened today. It's like impossible to like find every. Yeah, Jesus Sanchez, they traded absolutely nothing to get him. Carlos Correa, a reunion, of course. Ramon Urias, like, I genuinely want to put my head through a table. I really do. Like, I can't do this. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a 3-game series against the Astros starting tomorrow night. Right now, I can't tell you who the starter is because we didn't really trade for one. So, who the hell knows? Tanner Houck was just put on the 60-day IL as I was live streaming, and Dustin May took his spot on the roster, so there's a chance it might be Dustin May, but Dustin May is also hurt. So, the likelihood of him starting tomorrow is pretty slim. I'm sorry, I'm calling this deadline a disappointment is like the biggest understatement of the entire season. If I was going to the Red Sox game tomorrow night, I would have a massive poster that says Breslow is a fucking stiff, because that's exactly what he is. He didn't do a damn thing this deadline. Absolutely nothing this deadline. Talking Baseball just tweeted out which team had the worst trade deadline. That's not even up for debate. That's not up for debate. Because name me another team that was in a postseason spot as the deadline was happening and then did nothing to make the team better. It is Craig Breslow's job to make this team better. We all have jobs. Many of us have jobs. If you don't do your job after a long enough period of time, you will be fired. Please give me one reason. One reason why Craig Breslow should still be the CBO for this baseball team going forward. Give me one good reason. I'll sit here and wait. There isn't a good reason. There isn't. There simply is not a good reason. So, before I get off, I just want to go through the 2 moves we did actually make. We traded for Steven Matz. We got rid of Blaze Jordan, who really didn't fit on this team, so I'm not really worried about that. And then we traded James Tibbs, the guy we got from the Rafael Devers trade, in order to get Dustin May. Now, Dustin May has starting experience, albeit bad starting experience, but he has a ton of upside. Now, there's a good chance that Dustin May could figure things out with Andrew Bailey, although I really doubt it. And Steven Matz has had starting experience in the past, although it was in 2022 and in 2020. The most innings pitched in Steven Matz's career per season was 151. So I don't expect Steven Matz to be starting games for you anytime soon. And Dustin May is currently hurt. So is he going to be starting tomorrow night? I doubt it. The Red Sox deliberately moved Garrett Crochet start from Friday to Sunday to open up a spot for somebody to start tomorrow night. I don't know who that somebody is yet. If Kyle Harrison can figure things out, that is another potential arm that we could have later on in the season. But right now, there is absolutely no positive comments I have about this deadline because this deadline was a blatant failure. Blatant. Nothing good came out of this deadline. Nothing. You are the Boston effing Red Sox. And you acted like the Colorado Rockies. I can't even say the Tampa Bay Rays because the Tampa Bay Rays made their team better while also getting rid of some of their best players. My genuine question going into the remainder of the season is what happens next. Because if it's anything like the last couple of seasons where ownership doesn't do anything to make this team better at the deadline, we come out of the deadline flat and lifeless. And with the Astros just getting 10 times better, and then the Royals getting better, and then us having to play the Yankees in about a month, like all of the teams that we are playing going forward just got better outside of the Minnesota Twins. There's nothing else for me to say. There isn't. Ownership doesn't care. Craig Breslow doesn't care. And if you didn't hear what I said earlier, Craig Breslow, and this is according to Chris Cotillo, and this drives me up an absolute effing wall. Chris Cotillo said 34 minutes ago, this is a quote from Craig Breslow. I understand the frustration and disappointment. There's not a lot of sympathy for how hard we tried to get deals across the line. Blow me, buddy. This isn't horseshoes. This isn't hand grenades. It doesn't matter if you were close to getting a deal done. Did you get it done or not? And the answer is no, you didn't. So enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to tune off. I'm going to block out the Red Sox for probably the next 48 hours because if I don't, my mental health is going to get significantly worse. So I hope all of you have a great rest of your day.